everybody. It's me, Rebecca Black, the Bexa boss lady, and it's just a random Monday at 2 o'clock. So I thought I would come on and see who's on YouTube, if anybody. If not, that's okay. You'll eventually come on here and see me and watch this. So it's totally fine if you missed it live. This is really just an impromptu video that I wanted to do that I thought would be easier than trying to film it and edit it and maybe make it more authentic and real when you're talking about, your health and your health journey. I really want people to know that I am actually feeling this and it's just coming off the cuff and it's not edited. And I know a lot of my videos are based on reselling and side hustles and making money and working part-time and all of that kind of stuff. But I also have posts about my chronic health issues, my autoimmune diseases, my migraines, and all of that kind of stuff. And you may or may not have noticed. If you haven't noticed, you're my favorite watcher of all time. But I have been steadily gaining some weight. My migraines have been getting better, but because of that, I'm now on some medicine that is causing some weight gain. And I just thought it would be kind of a good opportunity for me to talk about maybe like body image and the things that I'm going to be trying and taking my journey to a different level. For those of you who don't know, I was previously misdiagnosed with celiac disease. So I was gluten-free for a really long time when I was trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And so for that, I have definitely gone several years of being gluten-free, dairy-free, eating all organic, eating natural, healthy foods. And it really didn't make me feel all that much better. So when I found out I didn't have celiac disease, I decided that really there wasn't a purpose for me to continue eating that way, because truly the reason that you eat that way is either because you have celiac disease and you need to eat that way because you're sick and that is basically your medicine, or you eat that way because you feel better and it helps you with other things. Otherwise, there's really not a reason to eat like that. So for me, I decided I was going to go back to my regular stuff and try different things. And in the meantime, I have eaten paleo, I have eaten the Mediterranean diet, I've done the South Beach diet, I've tried Weight Watchers. And basically, when you're struggling with hormonal issues and autoimmune diseases, and medications, you're kind of fighting this uphill battle of never really knowing what is causing things. You think it might be the medicine that, is the reason you're gaining weight. And then you go find out that your thyroid levels are all messed up. And so then that is causing it or could be causing it. And you're in this constant influx of what's happening with me. Why is this happening? And it's this effed up mental game that you end up playing with yourself about, well, this worked before and why isn't it working now? And, this is anyway. So I have been doing a lot of research about migraines and just different things to help with them. And I know many of you have reached out to me about essential oils and they don't help me. And actually I am extremely smell sensitive when it comes to my migraines. And so literally any smell of any kind, I can't handle. So that really doesn't work for me. And I have lots of medications and they work, but they have all sorts of side effects. So for me, it's more about trying to find a way of life, a way of living, a way of eating, a way of being active that I can not only be successful in, but that actually helps me. If I try something for a couple months and it doesn't help me, I'm not going to keep beating the wheel and hoping that it will eventually help me. And this video isn't, if you're just tuning in or, you fast forward because you don't want to hear me ramble on anymore. This video is not about, how amazing keto is, whether you should do it. I know it's like the keto train. When I was a personal trainer, paleo was the big hot ticket item. So for me, I have done a lot of research about this. There are medical studies that have shown the keto way of eating has been shown to help people who struggle with migraines. And actually this diet, and I don't know if you know Mark's Daily Apple, this is not a promotion of his book. I don't, this is just what I picked up to have good recipes in it. But the Keto Reset Diet is the book that I picked up just to kind of learn about it. But what fascinates me about this keto kind of thing is that it actually, based on what I'm reading, was founded to help children who have epilepsy. So if you have seizures, apparently this is a way of eating that can help you with that. And obviously some of these things work for some people and some of them don't. So I figured there is very similar properties between seizures and migraines. There is no medicine for migraine. There's no cure for migraines. And I figured, why not? What's the worst that could happen, right? This stuff goes away. I mean, what is the worst that could happen with trying some new way of eating or being to help me with this issue? So I've decided that I am going to try eating like this for at least a month and just see, how I feel. I already track all of my migraines. I track the symptoms, I track the auras, I track how long they last, what medicine I take. I mean, I track everything, almost probably overkill of tracking my migraines. But because of the medicine now that I'm taking, I have probably gained about 20 pounds in the last couple months. And I'm very petite. I know you guys usually only see me from my boobs up, but I'm very petite. So I'm barely 5'2". And for me, when I gain weight, I really gain weight. And so I'm probably about 40 pounds right now, heavier than my happy weight. And for me, I just feel super uncomfortable. And, it's fine for people to say, let's see, how do I want to say this? To say, well, you're beautiful anyway, and you're beautiful on the inside, and that's wonderful. And I totally agree with all of those things. But there's also something to be said to be physically uncomfortable. I am physically uncomfortable. And when I already have health issues making me physically uncomfortable, and I have this weight now that is making me physically uncomfortable, I can't solve my health issues. I cannot. There are no cures for my diseases. There's no medicine to miraculously make everything go away and keep me stabilized. So I'm focusing on what I can control. And I cannot control my hormones. I mean, you can to an extent, but I cannot control my migraines. I cannot control my autoimmune diseases. I can't control my hormones from my hysterectomy. There are so many things that are out of my control. The one thing that I can control is what I put in my mouth. And what's the worst that could happen? I don't have any heart issues. I don't have any counter indicators to eating this way. My husband has eaten this way for a while. And if he does eat like this, obviously men and women are different and he doesn't have all the issues I have, but, he has had a lot of success doing this. And so for me, I just need something to keep me motivated and keep me going and make me feel better. And so what I want to encourage you, I'm not here to tell you to do the keto diet. That is absolutely not what this video is about. I'm going to share my journey with you on the keto diet. I'm going to share it on my blog. My blog is bexabosslady.com. The link is in my description. So, and Tiff, you're exactly right. So Tiff says, if it's helping me, that's amazing. If not, you can always stop. And that's the point. When I was a personal trainer and I was in the fitness industry, I always encouraged people to try anything that they thought that they would stick to and they would enjoy. So there were clients that I had that loved Weight Watchers. They were very successful at Weight Watchers. They went to the Weight Watcher meetings. They, dedicated their living and life to Weight Watchers, and that was successful to them. Weight Watchers was not successful for me when I originally was starting to lose weight prior to having all of this health stuff going on. So when I originally lost weight, I lost about 35 pounds, probably 30 pounds. Yeah, about 30 pounds. But that was because I was eating junk. We were eating poorly. I didn't exercise, and there really was no reason for me to not be eating. Well, I had a very difficult job, so I was eating fast food a lot on the go. I traveled a lot. But for me, I tried Weight Watchers, and all I did on Weight Watchers was manipulate my points. So I have my powder on my shirt. All I did was manipulate the points on Weight Watchers so I could still eat the junk. So I would go to, when I was a social worker, I would go to court in the morning and then stop for a burger at Wendy's, right? So however many points that is. So I knew how many points that was. And then at dinner, I would get like Chinese food and I would know exactly how many points it was. I didn't change what I was eating. Sorry. Lash fell in my eye. I didn't change what I was eating. I simply made the junk that I was eating fit into the Weight Watchers program. So that didn't work for me. And then I started, what actually worked for me was the South Beach, getting started on the South Beach diet. And the South Beach diet, allowed me to get those cravings out of the way and do the first step. And that's actually what worked for me, what triggered my passion and love for fitness, and how I ultimately ended up leaving social work to open my own gym and to, become a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. So it snowballed into this passion of mine through my own transformation, which is similar to what I've done now, is helping everyone with, their journeys by sharing mine. Hey. And I don't know why the dogs immediately, because I'm on video, start doing stuff like that. But anyway, so I have decided that to hold myself accountable, let me go back. I did the paleo diet. I felt horrible on that. I felt absolutely horrible on it. I didn't. And I think that's why I was so resistant to doing anything like this keto diet or the Whole30, because I really didn't feel good with that. But after evaluation, I thought I was going to do the Whole30. And then I realized that that's probably not the right thing for me, because I really wanted to focus on something that I could use to help with my, oh God. You know what? Can you lay down? Lay down. You guys, dogs and children, man. Lay down. He's trying to itch me and he keeps twisting my chair. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to talk to you about all this. And my dog is being a pain. Anyway, so I'm making my public declaration, I guess you'll say, to hold myself accountable, that I am going to be the guinea pig and do this experiment and see if not only does this diet help me lose a couple pounds, but is it going to help me with my migraines? And if in point that does start helping me with those things, then the keto will turn into a lifestyle. It will not just be a diet for me. And actually, I hate the word diet, because really it's almost like, well, this is a short-term solution for weight loss. And really, I want to find something that is a long-term I want to find something that I will be successful with and have results with and be able to have it for a longer period of time. So anyway, I started today. I'm just going to say I started today, and I have no problem telling you I am 5'2" and I weigh 170 pounds right now. And so of course, I'll take the obligatory before and after pictures. But I downloaded this app already, and I think it's funny because I'm already almost like out of carbs for the day. This app is I don't know, I had to pay for it. I don't care. What is this thing called? It's just called Keto Diet or something. It's like a little blue box. But anyway, this is going to be a lot harder than I think because I'm so out of the habit of really tracking nutrients and that kind of stuff. For the last few weeks, actually the few months, I have been trying to track my calories. And really that has just become ultra frustrating for me because despite being under my calorie intake for the day, I am actually still gaining weight. So it's just more or less frustrating for me with all of the tracking and everything that I've been doing. So I'm going to track this. I will make a weekly, I can do it on here. If you guys want me to do a weekly video, I'm doing that. I will comment it here, but I really, really, really need to do something that I can control to help me with this journey. And what I want to encourage you to do, if you're struggling with your weight, or you're struggling with getting started, or you feel like you just can't get it together, just take it once. There's two ways of doing this. You either just cold turkey go into it and you say, okay, I'm starting Monday and this is how this is what's happening. And, you get a book and you go to the grocery store and you plan it out, or you make a decision to gradually reduce things from your diet and from your kitchen that you want to get rid of. So if you can't stop drinking pop or soda, maybe you go down to 1 a day and then you eventually get rid of it. But you have to set those goals for yourself. You can't just go down to 2 a day for 20 weeks, because you gotta scale it down and have some kind of a plan for this. So it really doesn't matter what diet you pick. It really doesn't matter. What matters is it's something that you are going to be successful with, and that you can effectively manage this in your own life. So if you're on the go all the time, you need to think about prepping your meals. You need to think about, what can I eat successfully at restaurants or going out to eat? When I was doing fitness competitions, it's hard to believe I used to do those, but when I was doing competitions, I would look at menus before I even went to the restaurant. I would know exactly what I was going to order, and I'd never even open the menu when I got there. And I found that was incredibly, that was the best decision to make it a success for me, was to not even look at a picture of a burger or spinach artichoke dip or bread. And, you just immediately, if you're trying to stay away from bread, you immediately tell them that you don't want it, and then they won't even bring it to the table. So there are things that you can do if you are trying to, get your life back. I do still have I had a celiac blog. It was called Pretty Little Celiac. And I had a support group in there, and finding a support group for whatever the case may be is really a terrific way to hold yourself accountable and to, find out the tips and tricks of whatever you're trying to do. So I did join like 2 keto groups on Facebook just to get some ideas of, different ways to make sure I'm doing it correctly, or I'm getting enough fat and I'm monitoring my protein enough. But for me, like, I have an Instant Pot that I really, really love. So I want to know how I can use the Instant Pot to make living like this more successful. So anyway, I just rambled on for a while, about half an hour, to share this with you and to let you know that if you're in a situation where you're struggling, or, you're not comfortable with yourself, or you're not happy with yourself, that it's okay to feel like that. We all feel like that sometimes. And I struggle so much with having these chronic illnesses that it's pretty difficult for me to process in my brain that there's other stuff going on. So I just want to be able to focus on one thing at a time. And if I can do it with something, I guess I'm a control freak. I have to do stuff that I can control, like, this book or my eating. And my husband will be the first one to tell you that I'm notorious. I'm just like everyone else, that I've probably said I was going to go on some kind of a diet for the last 8 months, and I just haven't done it. And I just don't think I've been mentally ready to do it. There is such a huge mental component to changing your lifestyle, to changing your life, to handling peer pressure, family pressure, life pressure, whatever the case may be. If you decide to change your eating and you have a large family, or a family at all, or your husband, I mean, it does end up affecting them in the long run, because they are basically pulled along on this journey with you. And somehow you have to balance handling, I mean, you're not responsible for their feelings, but you have to manage this whole transition of your life with all of these other people in tow. And not only that, there's the pressure of going out to eat, and going to parties and drinking, and eating junk and all of that kind of stuff. So there's this mental component of it. And for me, I was struggling so much mentally with my health and my hysterectomy, and feeling bad and never knowing when a migraine is coming along, that I don't know. I don't want to use this as an excuse, but I just don't think my brain could handle anymore. Like, I couldn't handle mentally processing that I have these things going on, plus mentally processing that how this is affecting my relationship with my husband, plus how it affects my business, plus how it affects how I make a living, plus how it affects my family. I mean, there are just so many things that your brain can think about and process at one time. And I really have now made this decision that I need to, I want to. I don't need to. I don't have to do this. I want to. I want to try something like this, because I'm hoping that by doing this now, it will reduce the stress on the other side, or, I can focus on this instead of all of the other things that I have going on. So, this, like I said, this video is not meant to say keto cures migraines. There is no cure for migraines. This is simply almost like just my little journal video to myself and to all of you, to hold me accountable, to share my thoughts on this, and to hopefully bring you along on my journey. And if it works, I can help you. And if it doesn't work, I don't know, you could still try it. It might work for you. Because like I said, everybody has to find something that works for them. Let's see. Sorry, I have to look over here because there's comments. I am on a beta blocker for my migraines. And because it slows down your heart rate, I believe that it also slows down your metabolism. So in doing research on what the medication has side effects for. I've seen a lot of people talking about, you know, weight gain, feeling bloated and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm basically fighting the side effects of that drug, which is kind of a catch-22 because I also, the drug is also helping me make my migraines not as severe. They're not going away. They're not coming less, but they are coming at a I don't know, at a more manageable pain threshold. So instead of being like an ice pick slammed in my brain, they now feel like I got kicked in the head with a soccer ball. I don't know. If you get migraines, you know what I mean. It's more of like a painful throb now instead of like an excruciating emergency room visit kind of pain. Yeah, all of the medicines have side effects. I also have, I mean, I don't think I have my little bag in here. I literally have a bag of pills that I take with me, and I've shown in some of my other videos. And I mean, I have Toradol, and I have triptopans, and I have nausea medicine, and I have Imitrex, and I have this. Actually, I just got in the mail. It's funny, I'm doing this video now. I just got in the mail this Relpax. So Relpax is a medication that actually has worked for me, and my insurance originally approved it. Well, last year we met our deductible like in April when I had my really expensive surgery. So now I found out that the medicine is actually like $350 a month. But I did just get this like, what is this thing? One of these insurance cards, like these things from Pfizer. I don't know. We'll see if they work. You know, if the pills were like, if I got 30 pills, I would probably pay the $300 for them because they do help me. I just have the hardest time stomaching a $300 bill when I'm only getting 4 pills. My insurance will only cover 4 pills. So again, and I mean, here's the other thing. My insurance would rather pay for an urgent care visit, which costs me less than those pills. So it doesn't make any damn sense to me why this medication will allow me to stay at home and be comfortable and handle my migraines. And they won't cover that, but they will cover a trip to physically go to urgent care and pay a $50 deductible and whatever else I end up paying to go get a injection for my migraines. I mean, it's just so frustrating. So for me, it's just another reason for me to try to do whatever I can at home to like manage them. I just want to manage them. I want to be able to function with them. I want to be able to, I know they're never going to go away. I know that my migraines are never going to go away. I know that the FDA is working on medications for migraines. So I realize that I am going to live with these forever. But like I said, eating is something I can control, that I can try, that this place, you know, I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm committing to it. I'm telling all of you, I'm on YouTube Live. I am going to commit to this for at least 30 days. I will do weekly videos on it. I am going to track it on my blog. I will do before and after pictures. I will do whatever I need to do to help myself and to help you. Because if I do this and it works and you decide to try it and it works for you, then I mean, awesome. That's like perfect. You know, but you know what? I want you to understand too, that if I try this and it doesn't work for me, it still may work for you. It still may work for you. That is why there are so many drugs. There are so many diets. There are so many foods because we are so individualized as a person that there's no way the same thing could do for what it's doing for me to you. So, you got to make sure that you are remembering that if you are on these blogs or you're watching my video and then you watch another video, everybody handles stuff differently. Everybody is sensitive to different things. You have to find what works for you. The message of this is I'm holding myself accountable and I'm going to try this, and you guys can find something that works for you too. And all it takes, it's like when you get home from work and you're like, I'm going to go to the gym today. And then you get home from work and you sit on the couch and you definitely don't go to the gym, right? Well, what if you were wearing your gym clothes when you got home? You're more likely to dump your bag and go to the gym, or you're more likely to go straight to the gym. I guess since I live in an apartment and have a gym in there, that's why I'm saying go home first. But you're more likely to do it. You're more likely to go and get there than if you just are ready to go. So I cleaned out our fridge. I have made my little meal plan. We went to the grocery store. I've got my book. I've got my app. I'm setting myself up for success. So set yourself up for success. Find something that you want to try and do it. Whether it's weight loss or reselling or your health, whatever it is, try it. I'm going to. So anyway, I'll put, thanks for watching. And I don't know, this is, if you want to, I'll put the link to this book in the descriptions. I do like this book because it does go over a lot of stuff. There's not a ton of recipes in here, but it does give you a 21-day guide to trying it. If you have any resources, just please post them in the comment section of the video. So, because I'd love to be able to follow people and watch videos and learn from everybody else. So, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm almost, I don't know. I got a lot of, I can't believe how many subscribers I have right now. Like, I seriously thought forever I would have like 200. Like, it would be my mom, people I went to high school with, my husband, and like 5 people. So the fact that you guys actually subscribe and care and watch my videos, well, it just makes my day. Makes my day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.